Hi, welcome to Module 2, Week 5, which is Project Management and with and through digital games. So I'm going to talk a little bit about digital games this week, just in case you want to include digital games in Assessment Task 2. So this week we're going to explore project management, where students will develop skills to manage projects to successful completion through planning, organizing, and monitoring timelines, activities, and even the use of resources. So this includes considering resources and constraints to develop resource, finance, work, and time plans where they're assessing and managing risks, making decisions, controlling quality, and evaluating processes, and collaborating and communicating with others at different stages of the process. So with project management, students are taught to plan for sustainable use of resources when they manage projects, and they take into account ethical, health, and safety considerations, as well as those personal and social beliefs and values. So in addition to project management, there's a brief introduction this week to Scratch, and it's an introduction to digital games because I believe they have an enormous impact on the lives of children, but they have an incredible potential to actually improve learning in schools that has not yet been realized. And I'm introducing it here to get you thinking about digital games and Scratch. You'll be using Scratch Junior in Week 8, so if you have time to think about learning about Scratch, and if you're a digital game fan, you may really want to incorporate the idea of video games into Assessment Task 2. So this is just to preempt your thinking. We know that young Australians, their social and cultural experiences, they're increasingly digital, and that even goes for some of us. Our everyday lives, they're characterized by digital play and online interaction, and their futures, young children's futures, are going to involve digital workplaces regardless of the career paths they follow, because they're not going to be out of school for 6 to 7 years. And they're playing computer games, they're interacting online, and they're learning so much about new forms of literacy and communication, and also about working together to solve problems, as well as learning about what's involved in playing particular games, because there's a whole culture of video games, and many students, they weave in and out of these cultural games. And so more and more what they're doing is they're becoming producers and not just mere users of digital culture or players. And school systems, they're struggling to connect to this digital world and to fully utilize the opportunities available to maximize on what and how students learn through digital gameplay. We can learn a massive amount about learning and new forms of literacy from observing kids' engagement with computer games in their own time, with clear implications for pedagogy and curriculum. And as we know, there's an increasing interest in how computer games might be adapted and used to support learning. However, many serious games are educational games. They're designed for schools, and they've been introduced with basically no awareness of the role of context in gameplay or links between digital culture, gameplay, and identity in young people's lives. So in Week 5, we're going to be talking about project management. We're also going to be talking about the movie, and I'm going to be spending some time really getting you to think differently about digital games, gameplay, and gaming in education. And when I say gaming in education, I mean kids playing digital games, kids researching digital games, and then kids designing digital games. And I'm going to show you some examples of how you can begin to integrate digital games into your teaching and learning. And it's really important because a digital game could be actually a solution that is aligned with a young person's preferred future. And I really want you to feel comfortable in thinking about how you could incorporate the gameplay, the study, and the design of digital games in your future classrooms. So again, welcome to Week 5.